The video essay community on YouTube has clearly been infested with a massive influx of negative content targeted towards modern cinema. We live in a day and age where viewers watch movies looking for flaws instead of enjoying the ride. Most of these channels on YouTube have created unrealistic expectations that every movie must be deeply layered and subversive to be even considered good enough. 2025 Snow White is a recent example. Most of the reviews and content made about this recent Disney remake is nothing short of negative, distressing, and apocalyptic. Without titles like Snow White, it's even worse than I expected. The most absurd disaster ever made. Disney's most unforgivable remake yet. Snow White is garbage. And the worst of all, Snow White is worse than
Wait a minute!
Are you really comparing a Disney movie to a chronic virus that is deadly and destructive? This is what I'm talking about. Content creators like this often package opinions as facts, use dramatic visuals and music, and also present the topic far worse than it actually is. This same treatment was given to Joker 2. Same thing was done to the recent Captain America. At this point, it seems to me that this negative content about Hollywood is a deliberate attempt to satisfy the unending thirst for the next trash to pile on. On YouTube over here, there's never a 50-50% reaction to something. It's either the video essay community come together to trash a project or they come together to praise a project. This is the mob mentality I'm talking about. Humans are naturally wired to fit in and mimic others. That's why when people around you are doing something, you may follow along, even if you are unsure or disagree. Have you ever had a preconceived opinion about a movie because of what others were saying on YouTube? This personally happened to me. After the release of Captain America, A Brave New World, the YouTube watchers went to work as usual.
Captain Black Ant Falcon Man, Brave New World is everything we feared it would be. A bloated, overblown, inconsistent mess.
I felt reluctant to give this movie a watch, but after I gave it a chance, I fell in love with the movie. The cinematography, the dialogue, the action, the pacing of the film, the costumes, everything was on point to me. Someone else might not even give this movie a watch, based on prejudice. There has been a radical shift in how we talk and examine movies nowadays on YouTube. Heavily criticizing a movie is a sure banger. When a movie like Joker 2 became a target a while ago, we all saw the massive amounts of content and negativity targeted around that movie. YouTube film discourse in 2025 is no longer just talking about movies anymore.
I was in Joker 2, which just came out. It's the worst film that has ever been made.
So bad.
Some channels with massive following on YouTube have been able to turn the everything new is bad into a lucrative branding model. The funny shit is, their audience are loyal not because they just want reviews, but because the content creator reinforced an ideology about modern cinema and how it's declining, fake, soulless, agenda-driven, and creatively bankrupt. The perfect channel that fits this description so well is Reaper, a video essay channel centered around negativity and the agenda to perpetuate modern cinema as irredeemable.
Mufasa is a fucking awful movie that no one should watch.
Back then, when the movie had critics, there were safe spaces on the internet, such as forums, fan blogs, smaller YouTube channels where people could share what they loved without fear. But currently, that tolerance is no more. If you dare express your love for Snow White, you are sure to expect a barrage of quote tweets mocking you, long debates on how you are wrong, and people constantly reminding you of how awful Rachel Zegler is.
Weird.
This current YouTube space doesn't let people like things anymore.
That at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
When this rapidly growing culture of extreme negativity dominates the conversation, it hurts creativity and modern cinema. Audience miss out on experiencing something new and fresh for themselves, just because they have already been told what to think. This has become a cycle where a new movie comes out, YouTube hate videos drop even before the opening weekend. Discussions surrounding a movie becomes toxic. Real fans go into hiding and box office suffers. But have you noticed how most of these channels who trash modern movies tend to lavish praise and admiration for older films? Let's dive into that one too. But before we go any further, if you want to support this channel or show some love, my Cash App link will be in the description below. Amongst the current video essay channels on YouTube, there has been a clear pattern nowadays. The pattern of instantly trashing a new blockbuster and regarding old animated films, especially from the 2000s, as a misunderstood masterpiece.
This movie was so far ahead of its time.
Now, this movie is fantastic. It's a masterpiece of cinema.
The YouTube platform itself is a great contributor to the decline of modern cinema. The algorithm rewards emotions and anger better than admiration. This type of content fuels engagement, validates the viewer's disappointment in modern cinema, and keeps the hate train moving. I'm not disregarding the fact that if a movie is terrible, people shouldn't talk about it. But it seems to me that most opinions about modern cinema are always on the extreme end. It's either love or hate. There's no in between on YouTube. Most of these channels have been able to paint modern cinema as irredeemable. When YouTubers continue to portray Hollywood as hostile or soulless, viewers begin to distrust people behind the film. Directors are now seen as activists. Writers are accused of pushing agendas instead of telling stories. The whole point of making this video is not to judge what others choose to do on their channels. This is just me making a discussion video on why modern cinema tends to get more hits each and every time. This video might not even reach many people, and I know there's no way I'm making any difference. This is just me in my small corner, worried about the current state of modern cinema. When is this trend ever going to end?